Hello there and welcome to my hybrid Bruiser Shen jungle guide. This is my first guide on YouTube, so please go easy on me. In this guide I will talk about the build I use as well as some general tips and tricks while playing Shen. Also keep in mind I'm definitely not a pro or expert of any sorts, I'm just a guy that likes to play Shen. The point of hybrid Bruiser Shen is dealing tons of damage. Yes, this build does involve a Trinity Force, while still being really tanky. Keep in mind you won't be as tanky as a full tank Shen, but you will deal much more damage. The hybrid part comes from the fact that after finishing the 3 core items, this build involves getting some AP to create those ridiculously big shields from Shen's ultimate and his W ability. But more about the build in a minute. Let's get into the jungle path. I recommend getting Hunter's Machete and 5 health pots, picking your Q ability Vorpal Blade and starting blue on Shen, because with a basically unlimited supply of energy coming from the blue buff, combined with your W ability Feint, clearing the rest of the jungle will be really easy. If you can get some help from your teammates to get a smiteless blue, you can go straight to red afterwards and pick it up to be able to get an early gank in on an unsuspecting lane. And trust me, being level 1 or 2 in mid lane and getting ganked by a level 3 red buff Shen is no fun. The most important thing about ganking with Shen is hitting your taunt on at least one target. If you miss your taunt, your only form of CC, aside from red buff, is gone and the target will probably get away. In this clip right here, we're gonna be diving the low health Blitzcrank on this tower. Notice how I wait until I'm really close in order to guarantee that my taunt will hit. After finishing off Blitzcrank, we notice Veigar teleporting in, and thanks to an amazing lantern from Fresh, we all get away in one piece. Let's start with the items. As I mentioned before, I start with Hunter's Machete and 5 health pots. From there I rush Mercury Treads and a Sunfire Cape. At this point I should be pretty durable. Now to get damage. I recommend Wit's End and the previously mentioned Trinity Force. Now we have the core items. Now I usually choose between the following items depending on their team. If you want to get even more tanky, or if the enemies has a mixed physical and magical damage team, or a lot of true damage, I would recommend the good old Warmogs. If the enemy team on the other hand has a lot of magic damage and they want some EP, I'd recommend going with Abyssal Scepter. This is also very useful in order to lower the enemy's magic resist for yourself as well as any mages on your team that cannot get close enough for it to be effective. Ryla's Crystal Scepter can also be used as a more damage and shield less tank alternative to Warmogs. It also has the added benefit of a slow on your abilities. Furthermore, if you're up against a really physical damage heavy team, you can swap out the Mercury Treads for a Ninja Tabby. Another 2 items I'd consider buying on Shen is Runic Bulwark for increased durability for you and your team, or Lyander's Torment if the enemy stacks a lot of HP. Now let's talk about runes and masteries. For runes, I like to go attack speed marks for the extra damage with the Wit's End. I also take magic resist per level glyphs as well as flat armor quaints and seals for that extra tankiness. For masteries, I go 9-21-0 as shown in the picture. As for summoner spells, I recommend Flash and Smite. Smite for obvious reasons and Flash to be able to flash taunt. Flash taunting is really effective and can change the course of a game drastically, like in this clip. Notice how my flash into taunt secured 2 kills which led to a third one and allowed us to later take down 2 mid turrets. If I didn't have flash, the enemies would have gotten away. Red buff is really effective on Shen due to the fact that with his E on cooldown, red buff slow is really useful in order to catch up to fleeing enemies. Like in this clip, where I after killing Veigar and Kha'Zix flash to apply red buff to Misfortune, allowing Mordekaiser to catch up for the triple kill. Keep in mind that Shen's ultimate Stand United can not only be used to shield and rescue teammates, but can be used as an escape tool as well. In this clip, Fresh and Misfortune get teleport ganked by Veigar and I come to help Fresh. After picking up the kill on the enemy Misfortune, I avoid my impending doom by running into the brush and ulting to Fresh, that is now out of harm's reach. If you're having a hard time finding a good ganking opportunity and you're not tanky enough to dive yet, I'd recommend telling your teammates to engage on their lane opponent. Wait until their lane opponent is completely committed to the fight before using your ultimate. This will strike most players by surprise, but keep in mind some players will not be fooled by this. Thank you for watching my short hybrid Bruiser Shen guide. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave a thumbs up. Also feel free to leave constructive criticism in the comments, and of course subscribe to my channel if you want to see when I upload a new video. Thank you again for watching and see you next time.